Good evening, everyone. It's April the 1st, 2024. And as you can see from the last video that I just put up on Heidi's Easter weekend there, I'm not the greatest one yet, definitely for doing motion picture films yet. But I just had to show you just how grateful I was for the weekend and how I spent my weekend relaxing. And certainly Heidi has a great time with her brother. And I just wanted to show this to people, how nice it was to be able to get out in the fresh air. The things you have to do to keep up and your spirit's good so you don't get depressed. And that's one of the things that I do. I know I show her off and on, but it was such a beautiful day today. And the two dogs love each other so much. And it's about family. And I'm glad that she has family. I'm thankful that her brother's close by so she can enjoy having a family moment as well with her brother off and on over the weeks. So it's really nice to see that. And then I just wanted to update you on my wonderful Easter weekend that I had with my grandson. And as he's autistic, he really enjoyed the movie Ghostbusters. And it's all about the children. It's all about making the memories. This is something that's not being completely done in the same way as we did it. Like we had once we got the cameras, boy, that was something. I remember getting my first camera at 16, a Kodak Instamatic 104, and going around taking all kinds of pictures and things with that, and going over to Europe and taking pictures. And of course, we have the cell phones today, taking pictures in a different way. But the kids are so tied up with our technology, and this is what they're certainly worried about. And I can see why this is happening right now. That when you see what's happening with TikTok in the States, and they're banning TikTok now, not only for security reasons, but there's that worry about the content that's going on the screens. And now in Canada here, we have 4 of the local school boards have now filed suit against them as well, lawsuit, because of the time. They're finding out that the kids are spending an average of 5 hours a day on our technology and our phones. And this is where some of the things that I find that I get notices once in a while that I didn't know it was a scam or this wasn't actually real. I can't tell the difference at times what's on, and I post things occasionally too, not because I want to, but because I can't tell the difference. So the kids are getting caught up so much in this technology, and it's just not us older folks, let's put it that way, that are, because it's really been difficult for me as a senior trying to learn this technology. And as you can see, I'm not very good doing motion shots yet, of course, with my camera yet, but I'm learning. It'll just take some time. But he had a wonderful day with me, and it was great. We went out, we had a Happy Meal at McDonald's when I picked him up. Then we went to watch the show, and of course he got what he wanted for a treat and a drink. And so that was all exciting for him. Then we settled in, and he had a great time at the movie. And being autistic, of course, he's a little louder than most normal kids. But it was nice. There was only a handful of people in the theater at the time. So he really enjoyed the movie. And then we went out after, and I got him a nice ice cream cone. And then he was so happy. I went out, and I bought him a nice t-shirt. And I also turned around, and I saw a nice outfit with the shorts and the top to match, and there was 3 different colors, and I gave him which choice he liked for his outfit. So he really enjoyed that. So this is going one-on-one with your grandchildren or even your own children, and I tried to do that as much as I could when I was younger as well with my own children. So, but this is one of the things that is coming up, and I think I just wanted to bring that up again, that we really need to make sure that we don't leave the children behind in this at all, because and then you saw today where the Prime Minister here announced that he's putting out more money for the breakfast food programs for the fall for the children because of the food problem. Well, that's great. The government's stepping up right now as well. So there's a lot of things that we need, and the children either have hungry bellies, and we have to stretch everything, and everything's going up. Taxes are going up again. But we'll get through this. And I know, because as my parents and my grandparents said, well, we got through the Depression, we got through the 2 wars, We made it. So I just wanted to put on a hopeful thing, but this is the thing about Easter and the holidays, and a special, very special time for the children. And just to show you how special and how important all these devices can be, I remember when the electricity went out in the whole eastern seaboard between Canada and the United States, because we supply the United States as well with power, so something blew the whole system out and took the whole eastern seaboard out. And it was one elder I remember telling me that the kids didn't know what to do in this blackout. So he picked up a candle and he started telling a story during the blackouts. And so the kids would crowd around him like they used to do. And my mom would tell a story sometimes, or the librarian would tell a story, and we'd all gather around in the library and sit there and get a story told. So he was doing the same thing. And then by the time the lights turned back on, everyone said, okay, guys, you can get back on your devices. Well, guess what? They didn't want to go back on all their electrical devices. They were so happy just to have a one-on-one, literally, being able to sit on the floor and listen to stories being told. So, you know, it's not so bad. And that's one of the things that I like to bring up on my, what I'm talking about from the past, my stories as well. I think it's really a good thing to have this. And it's wonderful that we have the seniors do this with your grandchildren. Tell them the stories of what it was like growing up in your time, and what you remember. Because there's just so many things, and I love all the different things that come up. And they always have quizzes and stuff and trivia questions about things on YouTube and stuff. And I love answering them. Well, do you remember this, or do you remember that? And like I said, the old toaster, nobody knew what a flip toaster was, or what the old Ringer washing machines were. And this is some of the fun parts. And so I show them sometimes to my grandson when I'm with him and ask him does he know what this is. He says no. And I explain that's how we used to wash our clothes years ago. And he just looks at me. So it's these stories of what we went through that are very important. And to reassure the children that when we went through bad times, like the war and that we got through it. And we made it, and we were fine today. And after the pandemic right now, we're going through a really bad time. And just let them know that. Because they need a lot of reassurance right now more than ever because of what we've got. Like I said, when we walked through that looking glass after the pandemic, we did not want to walk into a wonderland. That was for sure. We didn't walk into a bed of roses or the beautiful plant, the rose on top. What we walked into ended up being the stems and the thorns from the rose bushes. We're still walking through them. So the objection is to get to the rose, that beautiful rose on top, no matter what color it is, for a brighter day. So I just wanted to bring that up again. I worry about the children a lot. What's the future of the children? Because even when I've been an activist and I wrote letters to the government, one of the things I always put on the bottom of it was, without the children, we have no past, present, or future. If it hadn't been for our ancestors going through all, being a child, being an adult, and being from the past, and then what's our future? Because this is extremely important to all of us. They are our past, present, or future. And we do have the ability right now to change the present as well as the future. We can't change the past, but it's our destiny that we can change. And it's something that's very important that the children need to realize today. So I'm going to leave it there today. And everyone, take care and have a nice day. Bye-bye.